time out of your day. We now have Patricia who's running for Assembly District 17. We appreciate you coming. Our panelists would like to hear a little bit about yourself. You have a minute and a half and an opening statement. And then they'll ask a question, and you have a minute to respond. So if you'll tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, my husband was in the service. We got stationed.
Would you grab that mic and move it up close so they can hear you well?
Well, we were in the service. My husband got stationed here in 1962. We were here in 62. And after that, we had a few more kids here. And then I guess he took off. And so I had these kids to raise. And got a few jobs and got involved in politics and certain issues in the school district. So I ran for school district back in the 77 against an attorney, only lost by 200 votes. My sons and kids went to Rancho High School, and there was quite a few problems there because they weren't spending the money they should have on fixing the school up, so I had a problem with that. We took it all the way and got it fixed. And then I decided I'd like to run for the assembly. There was a lot of things that were going on in the school district I didn't like. One of them was that the students were allowed to have a smoking area and they could smoke cigarettes there. I brought it up to the school, and the school said, well, you know, it's not hurting anybody. And I said, well, there's a law against smoking for under 18. So that was one of the bills because I got mad and ran for the legislature and won in 1985. And an experience of a lifetime to work with such people that some of them don't care where they're working for or who, they just want to be up there. So anyway, we got the bill for the smoking area taken care of. There was other things that I was very interested in. And,
Thank you, Pat. Thank you very much. We'll start on that side of the room this time, Mr. Broadway.
Hi, ma'am. Thank you for coming. Obviously, there's been a lot in the press about green energy and even your son's business, Landfill Alternative. What are your thoughts on green energy and how we can use new solutions to create jobs in Las Vegas?
well, I just know that I happened to serve in the 1991 session when this recycling bill came up with Republic. And at the time, they were asking only for a certain $106,000 to start this project of recycling. And at the meeting, they wanted to charge $5 for a tire and et cetera. My question to Mr. Isola at the time was, if $5 a tire, if I bought a new car, would I have to pay $20 to put into this fund for this recycling? And he said, well, I don't know. And I said, well, you've got big tires on your trucks. How much money would that bring in? Since the gentleman over here from the health department is only asking for $106,000, he said Republic alone on tires would bring in millions of dollars. So I said, well, I'll be voting against this bill because I'm not going to throw money into a project if you're not going to tell me that you're going to do recycling and it's going to be a benefit to the community. So I was voting no, and I got thrown off the committee.
Thank you. Ms. President, please.
I got abused. So
Just jab me with that.
There's an extra chair. Why don't you move over?
Geez, I want to bring him.
I've been asking pretty much all the candidates the same questions. So, this last year, animal abuse, the last couple of years, it finally got passed. Animal abuse is now considered a felony here in Las Vegas. Unfortunately, a lot of the cases have been wobbled down to a gross misdemeanor. What is your opinion on Nevada creating an animal abuse registry for people who are arrested or cited for animal abuse?
I don't have a problem with that as long as you regulate it, you take care of it, you pay for everything that happens on it. I think it's a good thing because I don't like animals to be used.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for coming. What do you think about the idea of increasing taxes on the wealthy to compensate for the ones that don't make as much?
You never put taxes on the wealthy. They know every way to get out of paying for it anyway, so we guys are stuck with it. So I don't know how you're going to maneuver that bill to get that because On some cases, the rich, you know, like they put casinos up and put a lot of people to work, so that's beneficial to us, so I don't know exactly what you're asking for this thing.
Do you think that everybody should just be taxed the same amount, or do you think the ones that go out and they work and become successful, they should be taxed more than the people that don't work as hard?
Well, if I make $100, he makes $1,000, and we pay 10%, I'm paying 10%, he's paying 10%, doesn't that come out even?
Yes. Correct. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you.
It's about education, you seem to be very interested in. Could you tell me your opinion about Common Core and homeschooling?
And the other one?
Homeschooling.
I'm 100% for homeschooling. I am not in favor of Common Core. I just got a hold of some people on Common Core. And if you'd like to know about an experience that I had with education here, it'll take only a minute. Back in I was in the 85 session when I served, I went down to the school district and found out they had this program out called DISTAR, D-I-S-T-A-R. And what it was is the kids, I lived in my neighborhood, and 24 parents called me to the home to tell me they were upset, they wanted me to go down to the school district. Their children, one of them accidentally told a parent they could not answer the teacher until she snapped her fingers. And that they would ring bells during the day, ring the bell, and the kids froze in their spot. I said, I just can't believe that, 24 parents. So actually, I decided that I would do that now. So in that session, I asked one of the legislators on the plane going home, you guys, one of you would volunteer over Easter, you'll go to one of those schools, the 27 schools that are doing this, as a witness. So he said, sure. And Jim Joyce, I don't know if everybody remembered him, but he was on the plane and said, you know, Pat, you're nuts. But anyway, on that Easter vacation, I went with one of the legislators, and I said, please don't tell them who we are. You act like a parent. We went to the desk, the lady had her back to us, the
I think we'll
secretary.
ring the bell too, we'll
Huh?
have to stop.
Okay. Anyway, we went to the classes. Teachers were snapping their fingers. The 6th grade class, they had the partition down. They had 20 chairs. And I said, 20 chairs, this is a giant room. She said it's for the bad kids. Couches for the good kids. In the back of the room were bunk beds. And those were for the good kids. And this is the honest to goodness truth. So, when you ask me about education, I don't do anything until I prove to myself if it's right or wrong. Thank you.
You should try that at the legislature. Snap your finger, they'll have to be quiet at the legislature, right? Thank you, Mr. Gallant.
Thank you, Pat, for coming. My question is on gun control, gun rights, and owning a gun. What is your position on citizens owning guns?
I think it's a great thing. The country was founded on it. And I think that if we raised a bunch of people that are going around shooting everybody, it's somebody else's fault, because a good, patriotic American would not go around killing people. And I think somehow crime has gotten out of hand, and a lot of problems kids are having raising in school. They're not guided like they used to be, and probably half of them are never spanked. So anyway, that's my opinion.
Thank you.
Mr. Butler.
Thank you, Ms. Little, for being with us today. Appreciate it. If elected, what do you think is the most important issue facing your district? And what would you want to work on? What would you do to work on it first, or what is the most important issue that you see, and what would you be doing to work on it there?
Well, most important is education, because of the kids being brought up. They need guidance. It's not like when we were kids and went to school. There's just this missing in there about going to school and being happy to go to school. It's not, kids aren't happy to go to school anymore. And the stuff they're learning in school, especially when snapping their fingers and stuff, I mean, we have a major problem, and I think a lot of good teachers sometimes are not allowed to stay because of some of the problems. They want to do good, and personally I know a few that want to do good, and they didn't want to do that thing. So I think we need to clean up the school system, really. And especially if some of the things they do in the school, snapping your fingers, all that other stuff. God knows what they're doing now. And they're not learning phonics, you know.
Thank you very much.
Okay, that's.
Yeah, please.
Are you involved in the school system now, and yeah, what are your results if you are?
I had kind of been back a while without getting involved in too many issues, but I did see the ad in the paper about Common Core, so I believe they have a meeting in Summerlin this week, and I'm going to go and see about it. I kind of got burned out because you know you work so hard because you love your country, love family life. That's the most important thing. And I had a bill in 1991 on autism. That's the only bill I wanted passed. But unfortunately, the chairman of that kid, I was a Democrat, he was a Democrat, and he killed the bill in committee. And the person that was next to him that I said, if he kills my bill, please make a motion that we do the study. The study was going to be paid by business people when not a dime would have come out of the funding. And he didn't do it. And he was a teacher. He was Wendell Williams. You know, I guess nobody knows him, but that's what
Oh,
they
yeah, no.
Yeah, yeah,
That's history.
yeah.
We all do. Thank you very much.
Pat, thank you for coming and spending some time with us and letting us get to know you. My question is pretty much the same for everybody again. The margins tax or the teacher or the education initiative, question 3. I want to know if you're for it, against it, and if it was to fail and you were to get elected, would you feel pressured, or would you go forward with a sales tax on services or some other kind of funding bill to fill that supposed gap that they're missing?
So are you asking me if I would go for money for the education? Is that what this?
On question 3, as far as the education initiative.
Do you know that there is a problem in education? What it is that they're buying books, they're buying stuff. We don't even know what the books are for. They change them, we don't know how long they change them. We have a major problem in getting basic back to America, what we have in this country, and learning about what our forefathers have done. Some of those books that we're having out in the school district should be thrown in the garbage and burned. So I have to say to you that they would have to straighten out the school district before, especially when you snap your fingers at somebody. Yeah, I think.
So Pat, he's asking, the margin tax is question 3. It'll be on the ballot
Yeah.
this year. Are you for or against that?
Is it asking me to raise taxes for
It's a
education?
margin tax, that's
No, I'm
correct.
not going to do it until you straighten out.
Okay, thank you. We'll make sure that
Thank
gets
you.
answered. Hold on just a second. Yeah, one
Okay.
minute. She wants to go to work. That's what she wants to do.
Hi, Pat. Thank you so much. My question is, many state legislatures are currently putting forth legislation that would block the practical effects of mass data collection by the National Security Agency by refusing to provide material support, assist, or in any way participate in the collection of a person's electronic data or metadata by any federal agency unless the data is collected pursuant to a warrant. My question is, as a legislator, what would you support legislation to protect Fourth Amendment rights of Nevadans?
So that the government can't get in our stuff? Yes. It was so complicated, all that you said. Simple signing here. Okay.
Any other questions before Karen gives us her last question? Please, Doctor.
No, go ahead.
No, I realize I'm a holistic health doctor and I never ask questions about health. We talk a lot about education, that Nevada is like 51st, but on the world plane, America is like 30th of the country for health. We are in dismal health. What could be done in your opinion?
I think that people should have a choice. They can homeschool. I think that's a very good idea, homeschooling. I think they do good. And as far as I know, the president doesn't send his kids to public schools, so I guess, I don't know if he does or not. But anyway, I'm for homeschooling and choice in education. And I think it's somehow or something, I don't know why this public school system got so messed up. people running it, or like I told my son coming here, I said, you know, that superintendent of school better go get a shave and clean himself up, he looks like a bum. Anyway, that's it.
Mrs. Prater, if you would. Officer Klein. Karen, did you have any questions?
No, thank you.
You're good? Thank you very much for coming, Pat.
Thank you.
See you.